anything that you put in your mouth is what will determine your health.
Right.
Not just now, but even to the end. Because we eat just to fill our stomachs.
Yes, nothing more.
Nothing more. And sometimes I always tell people, it's not about do you eat to live or you live to eat.
Oh, I like that, yeah.
That's a question I always ponder to people. Do you eat because food is tasty?
Yeah.
Or do you eat because it has nutrients in it? And we find ourselves, we just eat to fill our stomachs.
Correct.
The taste on the food. But most importantly, I want to tell our viewers today that we should change that notion. If you love your health, and your health doesn't start when we are a little bit older.
Right.
It starts from conception.
And this is the thing. So we always tend to start when we see the signs. When Daktari has told us now, by the way, where you are, it's do or die, literally. That's when we begin to start really considering what we are eating. But I like the fact that you're saying that it starts from the start, you know, the minute that you're born. What mistakes do we tend to make even with our young ones? Because if we need to change the narrative, for those of us who have the 3-year-olds, the 2-year-olds, yeah, talk to us.
Actually, I would say from conception. Because it's not from when you're born. It's when I'm expectant.
Right. How is mommy?
How is mommy feeding?
Yeah.
Because if you realize, long time ago, the parents used to get 10 children.
Yes.
12 children.
Right.
And they used to be so much energetic.
Normal deliveries, because there was no CS.
Actually, they would do it on the farms.
Right.
You know, and they continue with their...
Right. Their daily activity. Yeah.
Yes. But you realize today that is not happening.
Right.
I have 2 children, but I'm having pains all over. I want to tell people it starts from conception, what I ate. Because that child is, the first 1,000 days of that child are very, very important. And like I said, diet is what you put in your mouth, but nutrition is what is important. And that's where we all go wrong. It's putting, like we have water, this is diet, but nutrition is what will get into the system, into what we call the cells. And nowadays, everybody has learned about the cells.
Yeah.
And you see, you have asked a very good question. What mistakes do we do? For us to be healthy, it's not just about diet.
Yeah.
There are 3 things that are so much important. And I want to keep reminding people that again and again, health is your greatest wealth.
Correct.
Do you know why? There's so many people today that have chronic diseases and are in hospital.
Right.
Can you imagine if somebody told you, I would give you 100 billion and we exchange, you be on the bed? Would you agree?
No, absolutely not.
But they're giving you a lot of millions.
Yeah.
But you see, that's what is happening. We really don't think about our health until we have lost it.
Right.
And that's what I'm telling people, 3 things that are so important. One is exercise. Are we doing exercise? Nowadays, you'll bear with me, people are not doing exercise.
Yeah.
You really don't have to go to the gym. Just take a rope, skip, walk.
Yeah.
Just do something that can make you feel a bit, your bones and your structure has, there's some sweat coming out.
Right.
2, you need to sleep well. Could you agree with me that nowadays people are not sleeping well?
Absolutely not, because we're always thinking about money.
And when we are sleeping, there's something that is really interesting. I don't know if you're going to agree with me.
Yeah.
The ladies, now me and you, we don't sleep well. At night at 2 p.m., you will ask, who is that at the door? Like you will feel everything that is happening in your home. It's 2 p.m. Why are you not sleeping?
2 a.m.
2 a.m.
Yeah.
2 a.m. You're still there.
Yeah.
Because you should rest 6 to 8 hours in a day. For those who are working on shifts, it doesn't matter. 6 hours is a bare minimum. You should rest.
Yeah.
Then the 3rd one is diet. And diet is what is most important.
All right.
What you eat every single day. Those are 3 things that people don't observe. You find some people go to the gym, they're doing exercises, but when they come, the plate is bad. What they are eating is wrong completely. Some people sleep too much and then they are not doing exercise and then they are resting. We need to balance the 3 factors for us to be healthy.
Wow, correct. I know we always asked this question. I think it's also been kind of overdone in terms of what should my plate look like. So we have the basics. But now give it to us straight about where we're making mistakes with our plate and how we are not balancing.
Okay.
Right.
I have a food pyramid that is also in line with the World Health Organization.
Okay, let me ask my director if he has a food pyramid there that he can actually just put that up. At least it will complement what Grace is talking about. Okay, there you go. Thank you,
No,
Dan.
the other one?
The other one.
The other
okay.
one.
Let's see.
Let's do the other one.
Let's see.
Yes, the right one.
Okay, but all right. So
but even maybe before,
there you go.
Yeah, that. And even before we get to this, I'll tell people that we talked about conception.
Yeah.
Normally, an ordinary human being is normally 100% when we are born, health status.
Yeah.
You're vibrant, you're not sick. And God intends us to get to around 80 years.
Yeah.
And we have 3 zones of health that we all need to check. Do we go through those zones? When you're below 25 years, we are very vibrant.
Yeah.
Have you realized the young children run up and down? They are so working up to night, they don't get tired. Then when we get to around 25 years to around 45, 50 years, there is this norm of everyone saying, I'm so tired of feeling tired. I'm sick of feeling tired every day. When you ask somebody, they keep saying, oh, I can't wait for my leave day. Yeah. I can't wait for holiday.
Correct.
You know, because they are sleeping in matatus. They are just feeling fatigued. You wake up, you don't have that energy of you jump and move and go. Yeah. You just feel your fatigue all
the time.
Then between 55 to around 80, guess what happens, my dear? You're in the sick zone. Yeah. This is when people are taking medicine. They have to see a doctor every time. They have to be on medication because they have a chronic disease. All right. So what it means that immediately this child is born, we move from vibrant, then we go to tired, then we get to sick. So our curve is coming down. Right. Right. What about if you're told you can be vibrant for the rest of your years? And even when your time comes for going, because one day we have to, you just sleep and die. Yeah. Because that's what used to happen with our forefathers. I actually hear they used to say, my time is about. Yeah. And now I need to go. They prepare their ways and tomorrow they don't wake up. But they weren't sick. Right. There's something that they were doing. And that's now the food pyramid.
Okay. All right, Dan, let's put that back up. I'm also curious to hear what Grace is going to say. So this is the healthy food pyramid. Yes. So you eat to live. This is how it ought to be. Yes. Okay, so what are we seeing on this chart?
40%. Before that, the downer part we are saying, you need to take care of your weight. Yeah. And you need to do physical exercise. People are not taking care of your weight, of their weight, and the weight is causing a lot of diseases. Okay,
let's see if we can drop the tag so that we can see the weight control part. Bruno, if you can hear me.
Yeah, you can.
There you go. Thank you.
Sure.
So daily exercise and weight control.
Yes. Yeah. And everyone should just after this, this program, you should go and ask for something called BMI. Okay. Because according to your height and your bone structure, there is the weight that you should hold. That you can only get from, you go to the chemist or you go to a hospital, they can actually check that for you.
All right. Nasi wale wa barabara.
Actually, there are some machines that
yeah, because we see them all over in town. Okay, maybe that's a start.
Yes, actually that's a start.
It's a start, okay.
Yeah, because they need to check. Yeah. You are not supposed to be overweight, you're not supposed to be underweight.
Underweight, correct.
So it's very, very, and if you notice, every time you go to hospital, it really doesn't matter what you're going for. Yeah. They have to check your weight.
Yes, at the triage, yeah.
Yes.
Here's a very interesting question. It doesn't matter even the way you look. Some of us focus on appearance. You could be small, but then you're overweight for your size.
Absolutely true.
Wow.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because it depends on your height and your bone structure.
Okay.
Like now, probably somebody will look at me and say, I'm okay. I need to lose some few kilos according to the BMI.
Right.
So it's very important to check your BMI because again, the weight can bring blood pressure, it can bring diabetes, it can bring arthritis, the inflammation, and all that. So it's very, very important to check on the weight loss.
I love that because what we're talking about are those hidden diseases. So you may have the appearance of someone who looks okay, but there are hidden diseases cropping up.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, let's look at the next part of the pyramid.
So after that, you now go to the plates.
Yes.
40% of the plate should be what we call whole grain. And what are whole grain?
Yeah.
You can see those food that doesn't look tasty.
You know? What everyone says, apanahi.
Exactly.
Right.
So the whole grains, if it's chapati, should be atta. Some people want to mix. I want to encourage you, if you can, please don't mix. Because the whole grain need to have the bran, the germ, and the endosperm.
Oh, okay.
You know, the whole maize the way it is.
Right.
But when we go to process, they remove everything. You get?
Yes.
So it should be whole grain like you can see there. So we have soya, we have rice, we have the whole grains are there. You can see the way they look.
Correct.
It's not brown bread. It is wholemeal bread.
Right.
So even when we go to buy, let's not be cheated it's brown.
Because brown bread is healthier.
No, they've just put colors. And just to make us think it's brown.
Yeah.
But it's not, because it's not supposed to be tastier. Even the price is totally different for the whole grain. 40% should be that.
Yeah.
Because when we have this, what happens is they have a lot of fiber.
Yeah.
And when we have a lot of fiber, they prevent us from cholesterol. They help us to have bulk stool.
Yeah.
They help in the digestive system.
Okay.
You know, that's why we need a lot of 40% of our meal should be whole grain.
Wow.
Unga ya kusiaga. I'm telling people to rudi huko.
Imagine to rudi huko. Me, I'm so for it. In fact, I'm looking for a plug. Do you know someone who can be delivering to my house? Because I'm also done with this business.
Yeah.
I want it straight from the shamba. I want it coming out from the posho mill, and I want it at my house.
And usitoe chochote?
No, usitoe chochote.
Everything. Yani upike vile watu wanapika mpaka you're like, is this ugali really ready?
And this is the thing, when you can actually tell how people are living in rural areas versus those of us who are in the urban setup.
True.
You can actually see, yani afya ni tofauti.
Kabisa.
There's something about the way people in Ushago are very vibrant. You know, you can see the vitality, you can see, you know, their strength. And then you're asking yourself, but wait, even me, my plate looks the same, but nutritional levels, totally different.
Yes. When we eat the rice, it should be brown rice.
Brown rice.
Could you be shocked that there's some people who don't understand this brown rice? They only notice it when they are sick, and the doctors have told them, you need to take brown rice.
Yeah.
So people learn about these foods when they're already sick. We should take them before we are sick.
Oh my gosh. And look at this. You're getting free consultation on K24. Why do we do this show? Why should you stop watching this show? All right, Dan, another part of the pyramid, tafadhali. I'm loving what Grace is saying this morning. Free consultation, people. This is it. Vegetable and fruits. We actually thought it should be the other way around, where the vegetables and fruits should be 40%. Should be higher than the whole grain.
No.
Wow.
It should be now fruits and vegetables. And as you can see, there's a lot of nice colors there. Can you see?
Yes.
There is red, there is green, there is yellow. Because the fruits and vegetables are actually in 3 categories. We have the carotenoids.
Yes.
The carotenoids are the yellow, the red, the green fruits and the vegetables when you go to the market.
All right.
Then we have the flavonoids.
Yeah.
The flavonoids are the deep purple.
Okay.
You know, we have like the purple cabbages. We have the grapes.
Yeah.
You know, those are the flavonoids. Then we have the cruciferous.
Okay.
The cruciferous are like the broccolis and the cabbages and the lettuces.
Yeah.
Now, can you imagine we should take between 9 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables colored every single day.
Wow.
That's why we are saying 30%. Why?
Yeah.
Because we need to boost our immunity.
So this homers, this what we keep having all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because even just layman, when we were in school, we were told to eat a lot of fruits and vegetables to boost our immunity. Yeah. And you know, it's very interesting, all these things we know, but it's like we do it deliberately. And that's why there are actually 2 dietary facts.
Yeah.
95% of the population eat food that lack nutrients, like we've just seen. Then 75% of the population consume harmful food knowingly.
Because you know what you're doing when you're drinking that soda.
Yes.
Right.
Let me ask you a question. Have you realized in all hospitals, there are green groceries?
Yeah.
Fruits and vegetables of all colors are outside a hospital. Who is supposed to eat those fruits and hospital?
You.
when you're going to see the ill one.
Yes.
That's why we have to buy fruits when you're going to see a sick person. The question I always pose to people is this: when you're going to buy those fruits, do you eat one yourself?
No, we don't. And it's very common to, to hear that people can't actually remember the last time they ate a fruit, the last time that they could care about the vegetables, or even the raw vegetables that are on their plate, because who's going to be bothered with a salad, It's like, that's for chakula ya
wanasema chakula ya mbuzi.
Ya mbuzi. It's for rats.
Actually, you can ask our viewers.
Yeah.
Now that yesterday was a holiday
Yes.
and we spent it in the house, how many just took a minimum of 5 different servings of fruits and vegetables?
No.
What about 4? What about 3?
Yeah.
What about 2?
Yeah.
You find that people took 1 and probably is a banana or an orange because it's in season.
Right.
So many days we really don't eat. So what happens is our body has no defense mechanism. So we are open to all diseases.
Right.
It's like when you're in a home and there is no door, or if there is a door, you don't do a padlock, any thief can come in.
Right.
So our body is just open to any disease. So we have the homa, the blood pressure will come in anytime, and when it gets me, it pulls me down.
Yeah.
Because the body is not, it doesn't have the nutrients. It has no fighting mechanism.
Correct.
Because I'm not giving it the right nutrients.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, we're still moving on. On the plate?
We should eat less of proteins, 20%.
Wow. So you're actually promoting plant-based diet right now?
Actually, we should actually eat more of the legumes,
Yeah.
the plant proteins, and the white meat, that is fish, that is chicken, and we're talking about kienyeji chicken.
Yes.
And then we are talking less of red meat. Actually, we are told that 250 grams of red meat should be taken by 9 adults and 1 child.
Oh my goodness, that's so small.
That means you should actually take just 20 grams of red meat.
What is that, a spoon?
Actually, like just 4 bitings, 4 pieces.
Yes.
Do you know why? Because the red meat takes a lot of time before it is processed in your body. And when it takes 3 to 4 days before it is processed, it starts rotting and it produces a lot of uric acid. And when it produces a lot of uric acid, of course you can tell by the name.
Yeah.
The uric acid will start burning some things. So it starts burning the ligaments. And the ligaments are here, they're on the joints, they're here. And you realize I start taking them when I'm in college.
Yeah.
Then you are now working, you have the money, so you can eat meat every single day.
Correct.
Do you know, it's interesting, some of our viewers cannot eat food without meat.
Yeah, I think even me, I'm in that category. I need help there, yeah.
You eat beans and you have to put, you eat, njahe and you have to put meat.
Ayo lazima. Come on.
So it means, in 2 days, you've taken a whole kilo of meat alone.
All right.
Do you know you have too much uric acid? And what happens is by the time you're getting to 40 years, you can't go up the stairs.
Right.
Your joints are in pain.
Right. We have so many gentlemen dealing with gout because men are more predisposed to that.
Absolutely.
Right.
A lot of inflammation. So much of it.
Yeah.
There's so much pain. And you know what? There's no reverse for arthritis.
Right.
You have to live with painkillers. And it is so painful.
Right.
And when it is so bad, it comes to now knee replacement. It's not cheap.
It's not cheap.
It's very expensive.
And it all started with?
It's all started by starving your body the right nutrients.
Right.
And just filling your stomach.
Wow. Okay, we're going to take a short commercial break, Grace. But one last, peek at that chart, tafadhali, so that we can say, or at least tell our viewers, please to text in as we go for that break. But very quickly, the 10% fats and sugars. Okay, tell us about that.
We should take little sugar because in all the foods that I've mentioned, there is sugar. That's why we need to really take little.
Okay.
And especially if we are putting the table sugar, in a day, we are recommended to just take 6 teaspoons in a full day.
Yeah.
Because in fruits, there is a lot of sugars. So we should take so little. And the oils that we need to have is like the olive oil, like the canola is very good.
Right.
I actually recommend people if you can boil food like the old people.
Yes.
It will be good.
Yeah.
I mean, we ate. You remember when we used to go to a country and our grandmother used to cook those food? They were so nice.
Yes.
And they didn't have, because we are taking a lot of oils in the proteins, a lot of oils in the whole grains. So if I keep coming and adding all these unsaturated fats, they are going to cause a lot of problem, because that's where cholesterol comes in. And when there's a lot of cholesterol in our body, they are built up on the arteries. That's the cause for high blood pressure. That's the cause for stroke. That's the cause for heart attacks. Yes. And you know, this is a silent killer. It is. You don't feel a lot of pain. You don't even feel any pain. That's why we are talking like this. We are seated, and then you just hear somebody didn't wake up yesterday.
And you're wondering why.
And you're wondering
There's a lot of that, Grace. There's so much of that. It's quite unfortunate that we hear people, you know, in their 20s, in their 30s, going to sleep and never waking up. Silent killers, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take that short commercial break. Like I had said earlier on, we've learned about what is the ideal food structure. Now, when we get back, this is where Grace is going to be calling us out, because when she talks about us taking harmful foods, by the way, intentionally, is that you? Definitely, I'm there somewhere. But let's see how we can improve. Of course, if you want to throw in a question or two, we're very open to taking a look at your text messages through our WhatsApp number. All right, we'll see you in just a few.
Everybody has got to learn how to put in some effort and some energy in order to make their dreams come to pass. Manage your resources, especially in this day when we are all out there looking for money. You've got to learn how to synchronize your rhythm. The first thing that I will talk about is be clear about where you want to go. It's said, and it is nearly cliche, that leaders are readers. Rest is a state where you disconnect from things that exert or require your energy.